Hi, Astrid Victoria.
Hello.
So it's been a while since we hear directly from you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit what's going on with you. You have a birthday coming up.
True. I'm going to be turning 17 pretty soon. That's exciting.
And incredible.
True.
When you started posting videos, you were 12.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy to think about. But yeah.
How have you changed?
How have I changed?
From that little girl that started at 12 years old doing covers, funny videos, dancing, and...
I don't know. I guess I'm in it for the art now. I don't know if I was before. Maybe I was in it because it was fun. But probably that I've gotten more serious about what I want to do and why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm a more active writer now than I was before. I feel pretty developed as a performer.
Yeah.
Relative to where I was at 12. So.
Yeah. What kind of things have you done to develop your art in the last almost 5 years?
What haven't I done? I don't know. I've been part of tons of programs, tons of after-school stuff, choirs, musicals, operas, the works. I've gone out, done gigs, performed, cafes, done some studio work, although none of it's done yet because I'm trying to finish it. Trying to make sure it's perfect before I release it.
I was going to say that you're a little bit of a perfectionist, right?
Yeah. I want to make sure that it's like really good quality before I put it out. So just tons of stuff. I'm doing every form of music that I can do.
Beautiful. So what do we have to look forward to in the next, I don't know, year?
Some new records. I'm hoping to get the EP released by summer. You know, I mean, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. Like that's like too long, but that's like the goal. So I'm hoping to get that released soon, and then hopefully by the end of 2020, fingers crossed, the first record will be out.
What can you tell us about the EP and the record in terms of where you were when you wrote those songs, or as you are still writing them? Can you tell us a little bit of the flavor for both?
Yeah, totally. So chronologically, I'm not releasing them chronologically. The first record, which is going to, I should not reveal the title of that.
No, not necessarily.
Well, the first record that I actually wrote it before I wrote the EP. It is kind of a representation of my journey from a 13-year-old starting songwriter to 16, which is how old I am now, although I'll be 17 pretty soon. And kind of an emotional journey of friendship and loss and discovering depression and all of that crap, and some love in there a little bit too. So that's kind of a thing that I'm polishing right now in the not in the studio but in my brain to make sure it's really good. But the EP was something that I wrote as a challenge to myself to broaden my horizons, which is why if you listen to it before you listen to the I almost said the name. Before you listen to the album, that it might seem a little more developed or like mature than what I have written for the album. That's because it was specifically a challenge for me to broaden my horizons and write in a way that I had not written before.
What do you mean, write in a way that you had not written before?
You know, not follow the formula, although there's nothing wrong with that. I still use it a lot, but give myself more room to be an instrumentalist, you know? Give myself more room to just play around rather than... I've always considered myself a lyricist. Like, bottom line, like I'm a lyricist. But I wanted to take the focus off of my lyrics for a second. Not make them bad or anything, but just write something minuscule and play around with the music instead. So
nice. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't at least ask a little bit about your spiritual journey, because you are not the same you've always been a Christian, but you're not the same person that you were
True.
when you were 12. Tell us a little bit about where you are today spiritually and whether that has at all have an impact in the way you write today.
Man, that's a loaded question.
It is, baby.
Since I was a youngin', I've gone to the same church. I've done, I've been in the same worship team, same Sunday services. That part of it has never changed. I, on the other hand, probably have gone through a lot of change, a lot of weird moments, a lot of doubtful moments, a lot of testy times, and it'll show in the music. It'll show in places where I seem like I'm being a little too dismal, probably, but I've never stopped believing. I don't think. It's just always been a kind of a struggle of how to maintain myself rather than, do you know what I'm saying? Like, rather than like losing it completely. It's more of a can I handle, can I endure sort of thing. So it'll definitely show in the music when I'm having some deeper thoughts about who I am, and then figuring out that you'll hear it. I figure out certain things in my life towards the end of record one. I totally my attitude about life does a 180. So you'll probably hear that in a couple of the songs.
How did that come about?
I don't know. I have no idea. There's a song I wrote a song about that. I mean, on the download, like low key. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I literally wrote a song about how I don't know what happened. So
maybe Jesus happened.
Maybe Jesus happened.
And that's the good thing about walking with him, right? It goes in increase and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say to wrap up this conversation?
Thanks for staying with me. It's cool that you're following my journey. Having a lot of fun. I hope you are too.
We are. We love you, Astrid Victoria.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.